Welcome back, Year 10. This video is going to show you how to just draw up the tabletop. So first up, let's find out how big our frame is at the moment. So inspect, measure from this point here to this point here. So we've got 480. And I'll go again, inspect, measure from this point here to this point here, 480. Nice and easy. Okay, so what we're going to do now is design it so that we have two pieces joined together. Now I'm just thinking ahead a little, and I know that we're going to be doing a tongue and groove for our tabletop, which is going to take up 10 mil of one piece. That'll make more sense in a second. So if we can go to close now from our measurements there, we're going to go to sketch from the top view, so that plane there, that's the wrong one. Finish sketch. Let's just move that down. Sketch. Not that one, not that one, that one. There we go. Okay, so rectangle. He's going to be 250. Tab. And we're going to go for a little bit of overhang, so before 80, we're going to go 500. Enter. Extrude. Straight up, 19 mil. Okay, there's one piece. And we're going to go again, create, top view, rectangle, we said 250, tab, 500, enter, extrude, just going to spin that, click, 19, enter. Okay, so the joinery we're going to do in here is a tongue and groove. So I might just come around this side and do it. So on this edge here, we're going to go sketch, that face there, rectangle. From here, I'm going to come up, yep, 9.5. Ooh, nope, that's incorrect. 6.5, 6.5, tab, 9.5. That's it. We're going to extrude that way, minus 500. Enter. And we're going to go sketch again from the top corner this time. That one was 6.5, tab 9.5, enter, extrude, that piece there, back that way, minus 500, enter. So what we've created there is the tongue, the part that sticks out, and we're going to create a groove in this one for that bit to slide into. So sketch, this face here, now, we're just going to measure this bit here. So I'm going to go inspect, measure from here to here. We've got 6 mil, and we know that's back 9.5. So I'm going to go rectangle. Now I've got my cross that I'm on an edge, and I've also got the triangle saying I'm on a midpoint. So I'm going to go from there. Whoops, my mistake. I'm going to show you a new thing. So we can go create. We've got extra drawing tools here, which we probably know, but if we go into rectangle, there's a few different ways you can draw your rectangles. So we've been using the 2-point rectangle from one corner to the diagonally opposite corner. There's one here for center rectangle, so that's the one we're choosing this time. Okay, so I'm going to go back to that point there, the cross and the triangle, click, and see how it draws your rectangle out from the center. That's what we want. So it's coming out from the center with a total height of 6, tab, and a total width would be 9.5 plus 9.5, which would be 19. Enter. Okay, now I'm going to click T for trim and get rid of this half of it. Okay, that was the quickest way to get this shape on there. The only other way would have been to draw a rectangle there, draw that line, trim that, trim that, trim that. You get the idea. This part, this way, much easier. Okay, so now we're going to go E, grab that, spin him slightly to see the arrow, drag him back, minus 500. Enter. Alright, now you've got your tongue, your groove. These can be put together. Just before we do that, we're making components. So right click on your bodies folder, create components. Now we've got to move them together. Left click, right click, move copy. It's not faces, it's a component. It's that one. It's point to point. Our origin point is from there, and he's going to end up at our target point there. Click OK. That is our tabletop with our tongue and groove on it. Not quite finished. In timber, we want to hide our end grain wherever possible. So we would end up with a bit of end grain showing here. So we're actually going to put a mitered frame around the outside of this. So we're going to go to Sketch. From the top view, capture. And I think we'll make him 10 mil wide. So I'm going to go inspect. From here to here, oops, from there to there. What do we got? 500 mil plus 20 mil will be 520. So rectangle, he'll be 10. He'll be 520. Enter. And I'm going to draw a line on here from that point. Okay, now this is the tricky bit. I'm going to go tab here and make that 45 degrees. Enter. Line from this point here back this way. So that's 90 plus 45 would be 135. So tab 135 degrees. Enter. And I can zoom in, hit T to trim this, and that little bit there. Same on this end. Still on trim, that one, and that one. And now I can go extrude that one there. There's the arrow. And I'm going to extrude him up 19 mil. Okay. Cool. Now I'm just going to go bodies, create component. Now I'm going to be sneaky because the one on the front's exactly the same. So click on him, modify. We want mirror. I think it's in create actually. Yep. Mirror. The component, this one, mirror plane, this one. Click OK. They're both there. So now I'm just going to click on this one, then right click, move copy, the component, this one. But this time your move point is just going to be translate, which is slide along that axis a bit. Zoom out. It's going to end up all the way over here. Okay, click OK. And now we'll do the short side. So I'm going to go inspect, measure from that point there to that point there is 490.5, and I have to draw my rectangle a bit bigger to allow for the 45, and it will be an extra 10 mil this way, 10 mil that way, so an extra 20 would make that 510.5. Okay, sketch, from the top view, capture, rectangle. Okay, that one we said was 510.5, tab 10, enter, line from here down. Doesn't matter how long you make it, as long as it's longer than the thickness of this. So I'm just going to go across and go tab, but that definitely has to be 45 degrees. Come down here and do this one back that way, definitely longer than that, and 45 degrees. Okay, T for trim, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Okay, escape to get off trim, click on that, click E to select him, and we're dragging him up 19 mil. 19, enter. Okay, let's make him a component. Done. Left click, right click, move copy. That's not what we're doing, sorry. So left click, create, mirror, not the face, we want the whole component. It's done, mirror plane, we are selecting that plane there. Okay, now we're moving this one. Left click, right click, move copy, the whole component. Which one? That one. We're just doing a translate. And we're dragging him that way. Click OK. That's all the pieces of your tabletop. Now we just have to put him together. So hopefully I've drawn that correctly. Left click, right click, left click, move copy, the whole component. This time it is point to point. Origin point will be, oops, hang on, selection, that one. Point to point, origin point will be that one. Just go into there. Let's check he lines up there. Yes. Click OK, and we'll do the same for this one. So left click, sorry, right click, left click, right click, move copy, component, select that one, point to point, origin point will be that point there, and he's going to that point there. Okay, left click, right click, move copy, component, this one, point to point, origin point, that one there, to that one there, yep, got him, and left click, right click, move copy, component, that one, point to point, origin point, that one, to there, got him. I'm just going to go to my top view, select the whole thing. I've got a sketch here that is messing up my drawing. I'm just going to find out what that is. Looks like it's that. I'll just turn him off. Weird. Okay. Okay, so I've selected that whole thing. I'm going to click A on my keyboard for appearance, fine, keep, done, close. Okay, there's our top that is going to go on there. We're going to be putting some dowel joints in here. So we're going to be putting a dowel joint in there, in the top of there, in the top of there, and in the top of there, and they will align with the ones underneath our tabletop. So it's exactly how we did our footstool last year, but just a slightly different application. Okay, I'll show you that in the next video.